Welcome to another lecture number 16, and in this lecture I would be discussing about live paint bucket and live paint selection tool. So here's my channel name, Grafixers. You can find me on Google and on YouTube by just typing Grafixers, and today I'm going to make these shapes again, but with another tool that is known as live paint bucket. So here are the three examples again, same as in lecture 15. So this will be more interactive kind of lecture as compared to the lecture 15. So to make this one, I'm just keeping this on side, and make sure you see the layer panel as well. So selecting the rounded rectangle or rectangle tool. So this is how I made one line. I just tapped on the keyboard with A key, so for direct selection tool, and bringing these circles down so I can make round corners, and I'm going to recolor it so you can see it better. Now making copy of it by just holding the Alt button on the keyboard and Shift to make it perfectly aligned. So here it is, and then Control and plus D for repeating this operation. I'm again selecting all of these, going to transform and rotate, and I'm rotating it to 90 degrees and making a copy. So one on top of other. I will recolor these with another color like blue or orange. Okay, now in lecture 15 I was doing shape builder tool to make this a new shape, but in this lecture I'm not going to make any other shapes. So as you can see in the layer panel, we have 4 horizontal stripes and 4 vertical stripes. I'm just selecting all of these, going to the live paint bucket tool, and as you can see on the screen, I have a color swatch on top of this mouse cursor. So I can change the color by pressing the left arrow, right arrow, up arrow and down arrow, and these are the colors that are used from the swatches up there number wise. So I'm just selecting the red color, and I'm just clicking on this circle on this shape, and I just clicked on it, and it feels like it is going up from the orange one. And in the layer panel you can see I have a live paint folder, and in the live paint folder I have 1 2 3 4 stripes vertical and 4 horizontal like I had earlier. So all I need to do is just giving it a one color, so leaving one, and that's going to the second part, and same on this one, and again this one, and here I'm clicking again. And for the lower parts I will have to color this. It's going down and going up, going down and up. Same here, it's down and then up and down and then up, down, up, down and up, down, up, down and up. Yes, the design is already made. I just colored a few blocks in the shape, and now what I can do with this, if I change the position of any of the stripe, I will have the colors as I'm just swiping the stripe in real kind of thing. So if I go over here and coming back, I can make changes, and the shape is still having the colors like if I'm bringing this one down, this one up, this is kind of interactive thing. But if I take it outside, and I'm taking it outside of this square and bringing it back, I will make a mess with the color. So I'll have to keep this design inside, and if I have something overlapping each other, I have to keep them overlapped. So if I'm taking it over here and bringing it back, it will have the colors. But if I take it outside of this thing, still I think it's inside. Let me check. No, it's gone outside. So I have to keep it inside the shapes. I have to keep them overlapped. So this is one shape made from this. Now I'm going to the second part over here, and I'm making this shape really quick. And I made a circle, and after that I'm going to make one rectangle, and I'm giving it 90 degrees, rotating it on 90 degrees and making a copy and selecting all of these. I'm aligning. Now I will be giving it a stroke of 80 points. Yes, 80 point is enough, and I'll have to make them fill, not the outline. So I'm expanding these. Now what I have to do, I have to just recolor these with the shape builder. So I'm selecting these, I'm going to the shape builder, and by pressing the left arrow on the keyboard, I'm just coloring this part, this part, and this part. So this part has to be down. So this is up, up, and up, again down, up, up, and up, again down, up, up, and up, and this one is again down. So I'm changing the color by pressing the left arrow key. This one is up, up, and up. This one is down. I can just click one by one, or I can just click and drag, click and drag. So here is the design made. And what I can do with it, I can just, and if you see the panel, as these are the hollow shapes that we have some empty space inside. So for each layer, for each color or each rectangle and circle, we have 2 layers for that. So if I want to move anything, I will have to select these 2 layers. So this one is the outside of the red circle, and this one is the inside of the red circle. Same again, outside of the yellow stripe or ring, and inside of the yellow ring, outside of the green and inside of the green. So I'm selecting 2 yellow layers and moving them, and you can see that unless I'm breaking the overlapping, I will have a good colors. So this is going good. If I'm just messing up with the overlapping, like the green is overlapping the red thing, and as I'm going mixing up these 3 things over here, then I'm making trouble for the pattern. So this is how it will work. Now I'm moving this away. I'm going to make this one. So this one really quick and really easy. I have to make one circle, and I will give it the stroke of 40 points, recolor it, expand it, and then I'm going to make copy and copy both of these down, and copy one more time, select all of these, adjust the size, and then overlap each other by just distributing them. So I'm in trouble over here. 1 2 1 2 3, 4 and 5. Here I go, overlapping, and then again distributing, then overlapping a little more, and then distributing. Need more overlap, selecting all of these, distributing. Here I have to select these two, and it's too much down. I'll have to make sure I have to see the circle, so the down ones are not overlapping. My mistake again. Distributing is better, and now bringing them down. And yes, now what I have to do, I just have to select all of these, select the live paint bucket, recolor, this recolor, this one was going up and now down, up, and down. So two rings will overlap each other, so this one is going up and this will be, need to change the color, up, down, up and down, and recolor to yellow, so it's down here, up and up. Sorry, wrong selection. Making color change to green, so this one is up. So here is the Olympic logo made. And now what we can do, we can just make, again these are hollow things, so each layer will have 2 more layers. So this one is pink outer and pink inner, so I can move it and I'll still have these things overlap. Selecting the pink thing, I have to make sure that these are not overlapping like this. This will affect the placement of the rings. So as long as you have these layers overlapping in a good manner, you will have these shape as it is. Thank you very much for watching. This was live paint bucket. And what's live paint selection tool? It's just for selecting multiple or single portion of it. Like this one, I've selected this one, I can delete it. Select this one and delete, select this one and delete. But you cannot delete it, but because it is a part of the design. So I've selected this one, I can delete this one. Still I have some shape over here because it's live paint, so it's not just removing the shapes because it's a ring. So holding the shift key, you will have multiple selections, and then you can change the color as well to yellow and anything. You can make the stroke as well. Like if you move to the stroke, you cannot see any change in the cursor. So if you double click on it or press enter and selecting this paint stroke and pressing OK, if you go to the outline or the stroke, you will have a different cursor over here, and here how you can just change the outline of it. If I select the darker one, you can see I've given it a stroke color as well. I hope you understand what's the difference between the live paint bucket and the shape builder and the pathfinder. So most of the operations done by these 3 things are similar, but still we have many differences that we can see when we're doing it. Like if I keep these 2 closer, I can't do this thing with the shape builder or pathfinder. So make sure you use the right tool for the right work to make it less problematic, and you can make it in less time. So think about it. and feel free to ask for anything anytime. Have a good day. Bye bye.